Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Miami Dolphins. To the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game.
Gun.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Burrow on 3rd down. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, they'll run with the Wangu. And some space here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
Now they're right down here looking for 6. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Another run now for Nwangu. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Cin Nwangu punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Extra point by Bass, and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown, they got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Russell. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
But as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Now a give running right, Nwangu. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Nwangu going to get it on the counter. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Touchdown grab. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Bass on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here we go.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Burrow looking to pass. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by David Ojabo. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Charles, there's something special about one of those big D linemen bringing it in. Off the tip there, really nice coordination.
Very much so, and I think what we've seen, and I'm going to put it at about the last 5 years, maybe a little bit longer, coaches placing a bigger emphasis on ball drills, even for defensive linemen, because possession is so key. When you got a chance to take one away, you want people comfortable with the football. And
he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Cin Mia with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking deep downfield. He's got him in. Complete. 20. 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Russell. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is caught at the 10-yard line.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
It's a big play there for Miami. 64 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside. And he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
He'll try again.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown.
Cin Mia
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive,
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Burrow's throw into the hands of Andrews.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Russell. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down, good luck. He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
On 2.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they go play action now. Burrow. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
He's going to air one out. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Throwing to start the drive. Russell, he's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, 41 yards. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there as time expires in the first half.
And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
And now they'll elect to go for 2 and try to cut into this lead a little further before they head to the locker room.
11.
They'll throw now on the final play. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
On 1st and 10, Russell dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Off play action. Russell. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Jordan Davis
picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dive. They'll send the tight end in motion left. throwing on 3rd and long. Russell going up top. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. Give left side here for Nwangu.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm sure there was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Burrow on play action. He finds his man, complete. That's Griffin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
11 MP.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Defense doing their job. Really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense. No gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. They're exactly right.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this AFC title game.
Throwing on 1st down. Russell. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
AFC Championship tilt, 3rd quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Russell. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. 30 yards.
And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Burrow. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And the Dolphins rush gets home, down he goes. Burrow going for it on 4th. And now here is another interception.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Touchdown, Dolphins! A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Here we go.
2nd and 2.
Now it's Burrow.
Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Now Burrow on first down.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
12.
Again, it's Burrow.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Here we go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. And a throw right sideline is complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a contour,
and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Now, once again, the Bengals will try for 2.
11. 12.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10.
And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
But they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. But that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Burrow will throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's...
And now here is another interception.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. And they will take a knee here. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A final shot now for Burrow. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And the Dolphins are AFC champs as we say thanks for watching and good night, everybody.